Welcome to the ASTRALX Deep Dive, illuminating your path. I'm Solarian Zephyr, your cosmic strategist.
And I'm Lunaria Selene, your intuitive guide.
We bridge celestial wisdom,
Unlock your modern path.
discover guiding starlight insights.
Explore powerful cosmic energies.
How do planetary transits shape your story today? Okay, let's dive deep into the cosmic map for you, embodying the Cosmic Diplomat archetype. This deep dive is really custom tailored for you, that specific blend of Libra Sun and Aquarius Rising energy as we illuminate the path ahead for 2025.
Yeah, and our guide for this journey, our main source material, it comes from these really illuminating excerpts within the Cosmic Diplomat, Libra Sun, Aquarius Rising 2025.
Right. And our mission today is really to extract the absolute most important insights, the potent guidance, the surprisingly tangible wisdom from this source.
Absolutely.
We want to help you not just understand 2025, but to actively navigate it with clarity, purpose, and that truly unique fusion of Venusian grace and Aquarian rebellion that is, your signature.
So the source kicks off by painting a picture of who you are at your core in this specific context. It calls your archetype the Cosmic Diplomat, highlighting it as this really fascinating fusion.
Okay.
On one hand, you've got the Libra Sun, the Harmony Ambassador, driven by balance, beauty, connection.
Yes, that inherent desire for equilibrium, handled with such natural Venusian grace. You instinctively seek fairness and, pleasing aesthetics in life and relationships. It's just part of you.
But then the source adds your Aquarius ascendant, the Starlight Revolutionary. And this just electrifies your whole aura, projecting a futuristic vision, a deep connection to the collective, a pulse for innovation.
Right. The ascendant is like the doorway, how the world sees you initially.
Exactly. It's the energetic filter. So you've got that surprising edge, that electric current running beneath the graceful surface.
Okay, so combining these two energies, what's the core task that the source identifies for the Cosmic Diplomat in 2025? What's the big job?
It's a pretty profound one, actually. The source points to your core task for 2025. You are being called to mediate between the human heart and the quantum field.
Whoa, hang on. Mediate between the human heart and the quantum field. Okay, that's where it gets really interesting. It's not just about balancing relationships, the usual Libra thing, is it? It sounds much bigger, like influencing reality itself through empathy and intuition.
Precisely. It implies using your innate understanding of connection and harmony, that's the human heart bit, to navigate and maybe even influence the unseen, interconnected web of potential, the collective consciousness, that's the quantum field.
Right.
Likely through your Aquarian lens, seeing universal patterns and future possibilities. It's about bringing conscious intention, rooted in compassion, into the energetic matrix of life. It's a huge assignment.
Wow. That is powerful. So how does this cosmic mission play out against the backdrop of the major planetary movements shaping 2025? Let's look at that quantum astrology landscape, the source details.
Okay, so the biggest one, the most significant long-term influence the source highlights is Pluto, this planet of deep transformation, power. It's now fully in Aquarius.
Right. That started late 2024, and it's going to be there for ages, until like 2043.
Exactly. And for you, the Cosmic Diplomat, this titan of transformation is parked squarely in your first house.
My first house. Wow. Okay, that's the house of self, identity, appearance, how you kind of, start things. So Pluto here is fundamentally changing who you are at the core level.
That's exactly it. The source calls this presence in your first house an evolutionary singularity, like a point of no return for your self-concept.
An evolutionary singularity.
It takes your Libra Sun's natural desire to fit in, maybe to charm, which can sometimes slide into people-pleasing or hiding the edgier parts, and it forces a fusion with the Aquarian Rising's inherent rebellion and truth-seeking. Pluto demands a deep, authentic integration.
So Pluto isn't just changing my identity, it's forcing the Libra harmony-seeking part to get real with the Aquarius need for authenticity.
Yes. It's described as a karmic upgrade. It demands a level of radical authenticity that just strips away facades. The source puts it so clearly, it's quite striking. Your mask shatters, your soul's blueprint emerges.
Your mask shatters, your soul's blueprint emerges. Wow, that feels both terrifying and incredibly freeing at the same time.
Yeah.
Letting the true Aquarian revolutionary shine through the Libran desire for external approval. Okay, what else is shaping this landscape?
Next up, we have Saturn. Planet of structure, discipline, maturity. It's settling into Pisces. And for you, this transit is happening in your fifth house.
The fifth house, okay, that's creativity, joy, romance, kids, fun, speculation.
Yeah.
what does Sirius Saturn bring to that, like flowing, sometimes dreamy part of life?
Well, the source describes Saturn here as creating structural resonance. But because Neptune, the planet of dreams, illusion, dissolution, is also in Pisces, and has been for a while.
Right, lots of fog there already.
Exactly. The source notes this create a quantum fog in your fifth house areas, too. So Saturn wants clear boundaries and form, while Neptune's just dissolving them. It's a clash.
Okay, so structure meets fog in the realm of creativity and romance. That sounds tricky. What's the specific task or tension here?
The source highlights a dual task, really. On one hand, Saturn demands you build disciplined artistry, like give tangible form to your creative visions, maybe through consistent practice, refining your craft, that sort of thing.
Right, getting serious about creativity.
But on the other hand, it requires dissolving toxic romance patterns. The source points out this can be a shadow side for Libra, that desire for harmony can sometimes lead to compromising your own needs or boundaries in relationships.
Ah, okay. So Saturn provides the discipline needed both to build creative foundations and to dismantle unhealthy relationship dynamics. Structure for both creation and healing love.
Yeah.
Got it. Now Jupiter, the big guy, expansion, luck.
Yeah.
It's moving.
Right. Jupiter starts 2025 in Gemini. For you, this falls into your seventh house. That's partnerships, significant relationships, even open enemies.
Okay.
The source calls this initial phase information entanglement.
Information entanglement in the seventh house. That sounds like a lot of talking and connecting in relationships.
It really is. Jupiter here just amps up communication, expands your network of partners or collaborators, and generally brings good fortune to your relationship sphere, at least up until about May. There's this abundance of ideas and connections flowing between you and others.
More big, expansive energy on relationships for the Libra Sun.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. But then, crucially, Jupiter shifts signs.
It does. Around June 2025, Jupiter moves into Cancer, transitioning into your eighth house.
The eighth house, okay, intimacy, shared resources, death, transformation, secrets, psychological depth. That's a very different vibe from the outward focus of the seventh.
Absolutely. This transit deepens things significantly. Jupiter in the eighth focuses your expansive energy on intimacy, shared vulnerability, psychic bonds. The source uses this beautiful, precise phrase, gravitational empathy, to describe Jupiter in Cancer here.
Gravitational empathy. I love that. It suggests this powerful, almost undeniable pull towards deep emotional connection, merging your empathy, that Cancerian quality, with a profound sense of shared experience and intimacy. That's the eighth house.
Exactly. It's about uncovering buried truths, finding power in vulnerability, maybe expanding shared resources, or understanding complex psychological stuff within your closest bonds.
Okay. And the final major players in this cosmic landscape are the eclipses. Where are they hitting for the Cosmic Diplomat in 2025?
So the eclipses in 2025 fall in Virgo and Pisces, and they're specifically activating your 6th and 12th houses. That's on March 14th and September 17th. The source frames these as powerful reality phase shifts.
Reality phase shifts.
Yes.
Okay. 6th house is daily routines, work, health, service. 12th house is like the opposite, spiritual surrender, subconscious, hidden stuff, secret dreams, the mundane versus the mystical.
They really are. And the source highlights that the eclipses here force a critical integration between these areas. They'll impact your daily systems, your physical and mental health, that's the 6th house, alongside your spiritual practices, subconscious patterns, your hidden world, that's the 12th.
So basically what you do every day needs to line up with what you dream secretly and what you kind of know intuitively deep down. An eclipse on this axis forces you to look at that connection.
It absolutely does. It's about how your practical habits might be supporting or, sabotaging your spiritual flow, and how your hidden dreams or unresolved subconscious issues need some practical grounding or maybe release. You can't really ignore one side without it affecting the other.
That makes perfect sense. Now, it's one thing to talk about these energies up in the sky, but how might all this actually feel in the body? The Force gives some fascinating insights into the somatic resonance.
It does, and this is where the cosmic gets really personal, tangible. So with Pluto in Aquarius transforming your first house, your physical self, the source suggests you might feel things like electric tingles, maybe in your ankles, calves, or just a general buzzing in your nervous system.
Ah, because Aquarius rules those parts and the nervous system.
Exactly, like your physical form is undergoing a kind of energetic rewiring.
Okay.
This radical identity shift Pluto brings could even cause moments of dizziness, maybe disorientation, orientation as your energetic blueprint recalibrates. So the source really emphasizes grounding yourself through your feet during this time. Connecting to the earth helps integrate that intense electric Aquarian energy.
Okay, literal grounding is essential when your sense of self is shifting so much.
Yeah.
And Saturn and Pisces in the 5th house. How might that show up physically?
Well, that tension between Saturn's structural resonance and Neptune's quantum fog in your creative and romantic life, it can create actual physical pressure. The source says you might feel it in your solar plexus and diaphragm.
Areas linked to personal power, creativity, breath.
Right. So when your artistic flow feels stifled by self-criticism or restriction, or maybe when relationships feel constricting, you might feel a tightening there. The source specifically suggests breathing deeply into the ribcage to dissolve what it calls artistic claustrophobia, or that emotional pressure.
That's a powerful image, breathing away the creative block or the tightness in relationships. What about Mars when it enters Leo later in the year?
Right, Mars. Action, energy, courage. It'll be in fiery Leo from July through August, transiting your 9th house.
Your 9th house beliefs, philosophy, higher learning, long-distance travel, publishing, expanding horizons.
Exactly. So the source says this energy might show up physically as a feeling of like fire or intensity in your shoulders and your third eye.
Shoulders and third eye.
Yeah,
Okay.
shoulders are where we often carry burdens or get ready for action, and the third eye is linked to intuition, philosophical insight.
That sounds intense, but also like a surge of courageous energy for maybe expanding your mind or worldview.
It is. The source says this specific somatic courage is meant to be channeled, used for philosophical breakthroughs, bold truth-telling, or maybe embarking on journeys, whether that's literal travel or intellectual exploration.
It's fascinating how the celestial map translates into these very specific physical sensations and prompts. It really brings the energy home, doesn't it?
It really does.
The source also connects this unique archetype, the Cosmic Diplomat, to recognizable figures and aesthetics. Gives it some context.
Yes, it roots the energy in what it calls historical synchronicity and cultural resonance. It points to figures who embody this blend of grace, diplomacy, collective vision, and, well, revolutionary spirit. Michelle Obama is offered as a prime example.
Oh, yeah. Libra Sun and her humanitarian vision definitely feels Aquarian, maybe connecting to an Aquarius Rising influence.
Exactly. Her natural grace, focus on partnership, family, very Libra, touching those 7th house themes you'll experience, combined with her powerful platform for radical social advocacy, health, education. That's pure Aquarius, often linked to the 11th house of humanitarian causes, which connects to the rising sign's outward mission.
That makes so much sense.
And the source notes how she transformed her role within a key partnership, that's Libra 7th, into this force for collective uplift and future vision, that's Aquarius 11th. Susan B. Anthony is another powerful figure mentioned.
The suffragist.
Right. Embodying the Libra Sun's relentless drive for justice and equality, but with that Aquarius rising rebellious energy that just challenged the status quo head-on.
Weaponizing diplomacy for revolution. That's the essence of the Cosmic Diplomat energy right there. Using grace and negotiation not just for comfort, but for profound social change.
You got it. And the source even has this powerful legacy quote for you. Elegance is your strategy, revolution is your birthright.
Wow. Elegance is your strategy, revolution is your birthright. That perfectly captures that dynamic tension and power. And culturally, how does this energy feel in, like, pop culture terms?
It offers some vivid comparisons. It says your energy is like the sophisticated command of Princess Leia.
Okay.
Meets the irreverent, truth-seeking genius of Eleanor Shellstrop from The Good Place.
Royal poise blended with radical, sometimes awkward honesty. I can definitely see that unexpected mix.
Cinematically, think the aesthetic diplomacy and political maneuvering of Sofia Coppola's Marie Antoinette, fused with the sharp ethical dilemmas and futuristic anxieties you see in Black Mirror.
A complex, visually striking, morally intriguing blend.
Yeah.
Beautiful, but definitely challenges convention.
And musically.
The source suggests layering the innovative, future-forward, community-oriented sound of Janelle Monáe's Electric Lady, pure Aquarian innovation, over the smooth, soulful, deeply connective devotion you hear in Sides by Your Side. That speaks to the labyrinth desire for deep, harmonious connection. Futuristic beats grounding into soulful, intimate connection. These examples really bring the archetype and its dynamic blend of energies vividly to life. Okay, so given all this powerful cosmic energy hitting different parts of your chart in 2025, how does the source suggest you actually navigate it, It offers an interactive journey broken into phases, right?
Yes, exactly. It doesn't just lay out the map, it provides a blueprint for engaging with it. It breaks the year into 3 key phases, each with specific reflection questions, a ritual blueprint, and an embodiment exercise. These are tools for actually doing that, mediating between the human heart and the quantum field.
Okay, let's dive into phase 1, Pluto's identity reboot. This seems aligned with the start of the year, maybe January through May, when Pluto's presence in your first house is really making itself known.
This phase is all about engaging with that Plutonian shedding process in your core identity. So the reflection questions it poses are designed to confront the mask. Where does Libra's people-pleasing suffocate Aquarius's truth? What societal mask must Pluto incinerate?
Oof. Those questions cut right to the heart of that first house Pluto transit, don't they? Asking you to pinpoint where your desire for external harmony clashes with your authentic Aquarian self, and the ritual blueprint for this crucial reboot.
The source offers a circuit breaker ceremony, timed specifically for the Aquarius new moon on January 29th.
Okay.
In this ritual, you write down limiting beliefs, those societal masks, those people-pleasing habits on biodegradable paper. Then you submerge this paper in salt water, symbolizing cleansing, emotional release.
Nice.
Next, you introduce an electric current. Maybe just briefly touch a small battery to the paper or the water, zapping it with Aquarian energy to symbolize disruption. As you do this, you chant, "I am code rewriting destiny."
Wow.
Finally, you bury the remnants, returning the dissolved beliefs to the earth.
That's incredibly symbolic and powerful. Using the elements in tech, very Aquarius, to physically rewrite your fundamental code and let go of old patterns. And the embodiment exercise for this phase.
Quantum grounding. Simple but effective. Stand barefoot on the earth, really connect to its magnetic field. Visualize electric blue light, Aquarius's color surging up your legs, activating those ankles and calves ruled by Aquarius, integrating that electric Pluto energy in your first house. At the same time, inhale Libra's rose gold light, symbolizing self-love, harmony, draw it through your heart. Then as you exhale, visualize this fused electric blue and rose gold light flowing out through your fingertips, extending your unique integrated energy field outwards. And repeat the mantra, "I am anchored in stardust."
Anchored in stardust, bringing that huge cosmic perspective and Plutonian depth right into your physical body and energy field.
Beautiful. Okay, what about phase 2?
Phase 2 focuses on eclipse surrender and Saturn's creative discipline. This runs roughly from March through September, covering those Virgo Pisces eclipses and Saturn's work in your 5th house.
The reflection questions, which are especially potent after the Virgo eclipse on March 14th, are designed to connect the practical and the mystical. What daily habit, that's 6th house, sabotages my spiritual flow, it's 12th house? Where must structure Saturn heal creative wounds, Pisces 5th?
Asking how our everyday actions either block or help our spiritual connection, and how creative issues might actually need discipline to heal, not just, floating on inspiration.
Exactly. Integrating the mundane and the divine. The ritual blueprint for this phase is Neptune's Loom ritual, ideally done around the Pisces full moon eclipse on September 17th.
Okay.
You weave blue and gold threads, blue for Piscean depth, intuition, gold for Libran harmony, value into a small net. Like symbolizing catching your dreams with intention. You place dried roses, Libra's beauty, heart, and aquamarine, Pisces stone, clear communication and intuition within the net. Hang it near water, connect to the Piscean element, and use the mantra, "I catch dreams with disciplined grace."
Catching dreams with disciplined grace. That perfectly captures that Saturn and Pisces 5th house tension and opportunity, finding structure within the dream, and the embodiment exercise.
Saturn's ocean breath. Sit cross-legged, feel the Earth's stability that Saturn values. Practice a specific breathing pattern. Inhale for 4 counts, Saturn's structure, foundation. Hold for 7 counts, a mystical number linking to Pisces, 12th house. And exhale slowly for 8 counts, transformation, release, linking to Pluto, 8th house depth.
Okay, 4, 7, 8 breath.
Yeah. And as you do this, try to feel the rhythmic pattern, like ocean tides in your womb space connecting to watery Pisces and the creative, procreative 5th house energy.
Feeling that structured ebb and flow of Piscean energy right in your creative core. Okay, final phase, Jupiter's intimate expansion. This lines up with the second half of the year, June through December, after Jupiter moves into Cancer in your 8th house.
Right. This phase focuses on integrating Jupiter's expansive energy into that deep, often hidden realm of the 8th house. The key reflection questions from the source, especially relevant around June 25th when Jupiter enters Cancer, are really probing. What buried emotional truth, 8th H, must surface to deepen my relationships? How can vulnerability become power?
Those questions really push you to dive deep into the subconscious, face shadows, but not from fear, more like seeking growth and connection. That eighth house work is intense.
It is. The ritual blueprint for this phase is the Justice Chalice ceremony, best performed around your own Libra new moon on September 25th.
Okay.
Fill a mirrored cup. The mirror symbolizes self-reflection, encountering hidden parts of self, very eighth house with pomegranate juice. That fruit's often linked to the underworld, secrets, transformative cycles.
Ah, right. Persephone.
Exactly. Add rose quartz for love, healing, harmony, central to your Libra sun. Then you drink half the juice, like internalizing the truth and transformation. Pour the other half out at a crossroads, symbolizing making a conscious choice, releasing old patterns as you move forward. The mantra is, I transform shadows into sacred reciprocity.
Transforming shadows into sacred reciprocity, finding power in shared vulnerability and mutual transformation. That's a beautiful goal for the eighth house and the embodiment exercise.
Eighth house alchemy. Place your hands over your pelvis, the physical seat of the eighth house, reproductive, transformative energy. Inhale deeply, visualize black smoke representing fear, unresolved trauma, buried stuff being drawn up. Then exhale slowly. Visualize this transforming into gold light, Jupiter's expansive healing, abundance flowing through this core area.
Okay.
And as you exhale, you can gently hum low notes. Vocal vibration in this lower register is thought to help vibrate and release stagnant energy or buried trauma free from the physical body.
These exercises and rituals, they really move beyond just thinking about the transits, don't they? They give you tangible, embodied ways to work with the energy, to consciously participate in your own transformation.
Absolutely. And based on how you choose to engage with these energies, the choices you make prompted by these transits, the source presents 3 potential quantum realities, 3 possible timelines that could unfold for you in 2025.
3 possible futures. Okay, lay them on us, as outlined in the source.
All right, the first potential timeline is called the Utopian Architect. This reality emerges if you consciously embrace the transformative power of Pluto in your first house and the expansive depth of Jupiter in your 8th.
Okay, leaning into the big ones.
Yeah. The outcome. You step fully into your authentic self, leading some kind of collective movement that's Pluto and Aquarius, using your inherent Libran charm and diplomacy to connect people, maybe fund or champion radical empathy projects, deep healing initiatives. That's the Jupiter and Cancer 8th house piece.
So personal transformation fuels collective healing through deep, vulnerable connection and shared resources.
Got it. Exactly. And in this timeline, Saturn in Pisces in the 5th supports this by helping you birth truly visionary art or creative projects that contribute directly to global community healing, emotional understanding. Your legacy becomes being a bridge builder between different worlds, different perspectives. The key choice leading here, according to the source, is consciously investing your energy and resources in trauma-informed systems, authentic healing rather than just maintaining superficial harmony.
Investing in real healing, not just appearances or easy fixes.
No.
Okay, what's the second potential timeline?
The rebel mediator. This path arises if you focus on mastering the integration prompted by those Virgo-Pisces eclipses and really activating Mars in Leo in your 9th house.
Okay, focusing on the 6th, 12th axis and the 9th house fire?
Right. The eclipses force that synthesis between your practical daily life health systems, 6th, and your spiritual flow, intuition, hidden world, 12th.
And how does that integration manifest in this timeline?
The source says it leads to innovation. You might launch something like a wellness tech hybrid blending practical health systems with intuitive or spiritual approaches. Your Mars in Leo in the 9th fuels bold teaching, sharing your integrated philosophy, your truth, with confidence.
Okay.
The outcome is disruptive education platforms, maybe new models that challenge traditional institutions. It likely creates some friction along the way.
Disrupting old systems with your unique blend of wellness and wisdom, using diplomacy and grace, but in service of radical change. The key choice here sounds like prioritizing ethical impact and authentic teaching over just being popular or getting approval from the old guard.
Exactly, a classic Aquarian dilemma, right?
Yeah.
Amplified by the Libran desire to be liked. Okay, finally, the third potential timeline. The frozen harmonizer.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound like the goal.
No, it's the timeline that results from resistance. If you resist the Plutonian call for identity shifts and Saturn's demand for structure and authenticity in your creative and romantic life, well, the outcomes are challenging. Pluto's intense energy, when resisted in the first house, can trigger isolation, a sense of being fundamentally misunderstood.
So instead of shedding the mask to connect authentically, the mask becomes like a wall.
Precisely. Saturn in Pisces in the 5th then manifests as creative blocks, stagnation, difficulty giving form to your dreams. And Jupiter in Cancer in the 8th, instead of facilitating deep intimacy and shared power, just exposes unresolved financial or emotional codependency issues. It highlights vulnerabilities without providing that expansive healing.
The shadows of the 8th house get amplified without the light of conscious engagement and transformation. Ouch.
Yeah. The outcome in this timeline often includes chronic fatigue just from the sheer effort of maintaining the mask and resisting change, unprocessed 8th house shadows lingering, creative stagnation. The key choice leading here, the source says, is clinging to outdated relationships or patterns that stifle your authenticity, preventing your soul's blueprint from emerging.
Holding on to superficial harmony at the expense of your soul's evolution and true connection, that really makes the stakes of these cosmic choices crystal clear for 2025.
They really do. The path isn't predetermined. It's architected by your choices, your willingness to engage with these powerful energies. And to help anchor you in the potential of 2025, the source offers a mantra specifically for the Cosmic Diplomat.
Let's speak this powerful intention into being then.
I negotiate with galaxies, my heart a treaty between earth and ether. I birth the future with a lover's grace and a rebel's pulse. We rise as one.
Huffs plus.
I negotiate with galaxies. My heart a treaty between earth and ether. We rise as one.
Powerful words for embodying this archetype and navigating the year ahead. Really encapsulates it.
So as you reflect on this deep dive into the cosmic map of 2025, here's a final provocative thought to maybe mull over, something to consider. How can you consciously choose radical personal transformation with Pluto in your first house, truly letting that soul blueprint emerge while simultaneously nurturing deeper, more vulnerable, perhaps challenging connections in your intimate and creative life, with Jupiter expanding your 8th house and Saturn structuring your 5th?
Ah, that's the core tension, isn't it? And the profound opportunity of your 2025 journey is the Cosmic Diplomat, balancing the deep personal work with the deep relational work.
As our cosmic journey concludes,
Dive deeper into your unique path.
request your email audio reading now.
Find the link in the description below.
Explore episode resources and links.
All details are waiting for you there.
Ignite, think, become.
You subscribe for Starlight Insights.
Thank you for joining us.